Hello, travelers, and welcome to the Horror Greenbook, the channel that takes you from coast to coast and con to con. I am your travel guide, Brendon, here in the Scary Sanctuary, bringing to you our 36th, wow, number 36 live watch party, which is Circus of the Dead. Wow, guys, I cannot wait to check this one out. I've never seen Circus of the Dead, but I figured it would be a great time to check it out, being that Circus of the Dead 2 is coming out pretty soon, and the director and the writer of the film will be at Texas Frightmare, which I will be in attendance at this particular weekend. So I look forward to conversing with him about his film. Guys, this is going to be a great time. Of course, this film is available to watch on Tubi, so be on the lookout for, when we will let you guys know when to start the film, which I will say probably 10 past the hour. So, hope you guys are having a great night. While I'm thinking about it, let me go ahead and put up the link for the film. So there you have it. Let me pin that in the chat. But yeah, guys, I'm sorry for the later start to the stream, mainly because I went to a Cinemark early screening of a film. Every now and then they'll do them, and they'll put up the hint that whether or not it's horror related or if it's something more action packed. This time it was something horror related. It was the new A24 film Bring Her Back. So I was one of the first people to check out that film earlier tonight. I enjoyed it. It was a pretty decent film. It was brought to you by the directing team that brought to us Talk to Me. So if you guys saw Talk to Me and if you guys dug that film, it is a film that I would definitely recommend checking out, mainly because it involves a lot of similar vibes. What I like about the directing team that brings those films for us. Let me see. What are their names? Yes, the Philippos. Yes, Michael and Danny. They are definitely doing a great job with bringing new twists to horror tropes that we're familiar with. The previous one was like the remix on the Ouija board tropes, and with this one, not to spoil too much, but it's a little bit almost in a way of like a Pet Cemetery in a way. So they do a little bit of tweaking some familiar stories that we may be familiar with in horror, whether it be movies or books and such. So I will say that I recommend it. It's not something that's necessarily going to blow you away, but if you're looking for a decent horror watch, I would check it out. But I would probably say that it's more of a film that you can wait to catch it on streaming, more so than seeing it in theaters, if that tells you anything. But still a decent watch nonetheless. I say the young actors in the film do a great job. Hey, we got AB in the house. What's going on, AB? Hope you're doing well tonight. Hopefully you're ready for some Circus of the Dead. And yeah, thanks for sending me that link to Gathering of the Ghouls. So I'm looking forward to checking that out. I pretty much had submitted my application as well, so I'm hoping we can make that work. Like the dates should line up for me to possibly make it work. Let me double check because that's the same month as Silver Scream Con, but I think Silver Scream Con is the week beforehand. So if things work out for me, I think I may be able to make both of them work. The movie that I was talking about was the new A24 film, Bring Her Back. It's a pretty creepy film in a way, but I like it because the directors of that brought us Talk to Me, they do a really good job of remixing more um, known tropes in horror that we've done and seen before. So I would say definitely recommend checking it out. Isn't this the movie? Yeah, I think so. Yes, yes. They have quite the sense of humor. So I did notice that with the Texas Frightmare VIP swag bag. Hey, we got TCCK Gaming. What's going on, brother? Hope you're doing well. Hey, I'm gonna be at Monster Palooza. Are you gonna be at Monster Palooza? And also, I'm looking for some stuff to do when I get in early on Friday for Monster Palooza. So I'm planning on going to Horror Vibes Coffee. But what else would you recommend for me to hit up out that way that's horror related before making my way to check into my hotel and then Monster Palooza later that day? We got Papa Goss in the house. What's going on, Josh? Got Lori. Hey, how's it going, Lori? Glad to have you here. Yeah, Talk to Me was really fun. I really enjoyed Talk to Me. And if you enjoyed Talk to Me, you will really enjoy Bring Her Back. It has a lot of the same vibes. Um, they have a really good way of like mixing a bit of humor in certain ways. If you remember Talk to Me, then you will know a lot of the moments that you just have those laugh out loud moments where it's just like, wow, okay, I was just feeling really creeped out just a second ago, and now they just broke the tension with the laugh right there. But they do a good job with it. But one thing I will say that if you're debating on whether or not to see it in theaters or wait till streaming, definitely wait till streaming on this one. It kind of lets you down a little bit in the third act in some ways, which I would say is another thing that's kind of similar to Talk to Me in some ways, because a lot of people weren't, really happy with the way that the third act came about with that film. But for the most part, it's a good, enjoyable horror watch. So I would say definitely check it out when it comes to streaming or video on demand for sure. Hey, we got Vero in the house. What's going on, Vero? All right, we're gonna have to link up then, TCCK for sure. I'm gonna be there all weekend. The high school from Rob Zombie's Halloween is like 10 minutes away. Yeah, man, I'm gonna have to go ahead and get my list together as far as like things that I want to go see and do because there's more than a few, and my last two planned trips to Southern California didn't go as expected. So, needless to say, I have some making up to do, guys. Hey, no problem at all, Bumper. No worries, man. You're actually right on time, buddy. We started up a bit later, man. As I said, I went to an early screening of a film, so pretty much we're just starting right up. Yeah, exactly. I'm glad everyone's having a great start. We're gonna watch Circus of the Dead. This is gonna be my first time watching this film, and as I said, Billy Pun, the director, is going to be a Texas Frightmare. So if I run across him, well, actually, I'm planning on running across him because he's going to do a panel on independent films, as far as like getting your films funded, writing, everything from A to Z, and I think that would be quite the beneficial panel to have on the channel because I know there's a ton of creatives that watch, and I think that would be that extra bit of a boost, and even for myself. So I'm looking forward to him dropping gems, and who knows, guys? Some of you guys may be appearing in a Green Book movie one of these days. But yeah, guys, I say we're going to start a little bit, right at about 10 past the hour. So it's right about now, guys. So make sure you're all queued up. We're going to get everyone like a couple of more minutes to get set up, including myself. But yeah, I enjoyed the film. I enjoy watching these movies. I still have to see Final Destination Bloodlines. I'm thinking I'm going to see it tomorrow, probably early tomorrow sometime if I can make it work. with my schedule because I have some like work stuff to do with the regular 9 to 5 stuff, and then I have planned stuff for Texas Frightmare, and then stuff for Monsterpalooza and Living Dead Con that I have to get all squared away. So it's a lot of stuff going on right now, guys. But yeah, you're right, Josh. Smash that like button, guys. Thank you so much. I'm seeing like we have these like new crowns right now in regards to, I'm guessing, like people's engagement right now, and you guys are like earning XP, so that's pretty dope. You guys have like a community leaderboard, so that's a cool thing. All right, guys, we're gonna learn like, and you learn. Okay, I'm reading right now, so I apologize. So, how do you get on the leaderboard? You'll need to collect experience points by sending live chat messages, sending super chats and super stickers and things of that nature. So that's dope. All right, guys. So we're gonna see who's at the top of the leaderboard when these things are said and done. But yeah, guys. So let's just make it at 15 past the hour of when we'll start the film, guys. But I'm glad that you guys are here. That's probably because you were the first person to comment, and you've got a head start on everyone else. AB. Well, we'll see how this goes on. We're gonna just definitely enjoy this. But yeah, guys, like I'm so looking forward to all of this content that I'm going to bring for you guys in the next couple of weeks. Oh man, like I've just been trying to like center myself and just collect my zen, be in that happy place because I know it's going to be chaotic. It's going to be a lot of drinking. It's going to be a lot of staying up late and having a lot of fun with the horror fans, the horror family. So, guys, of course, make sure that the notification bell is, on for you guys so that you guys don't miss whenever I go live at the conventions because I will be going live and bringing to you all the action live and in living color. So you do not want to miss out on the feeling of being at all of these great conventions live. Hey, Tony. Well, I'm glad that we started a little bit later tonight, so it all worked out fortunately for us. Almost every weekend, man. Almost every weekend. Yeah, so definitely stick, you know, towards the channel because we're gonna have some fun stuff in store for you guys. I'm gonna look up in regards to what type of cool merch is available to have you guys available to win. So there are gonna be some cool contests. So don't be sad on missing out because you're gonna be able to win a chance to bring a bit of those conventions with you guys. Oh, it's feeling pretty good, Papa Goss. It's looking good, man. I'm ready for it to heal up. It was hard being on my feet today. All right, guys, press play. Yeah, it's a bit hard being on my feet for long periods. So I should have one of those like scooter things that you kneel on. But I'm enjoying it though, man. Trying to add more to the leg bit by bit. Bloody Bill. I'm looking forward to meeting Bill this weekend. He may actually have a Papa Corn patch for me this weekend. Lindy, who you guys may remember from a couple of the live watch parties. Um, she's pretty cool. I think she's an associate producer on this, or at least on the second one. Yeah, man, Barbara, I was pretty sad about that, man. Yeah, man, I meant to mention that in the chat about Soraya. Dude messed it up for us, man, and I knew that was gonna happen as soon as she tweeted about that or if she put it up on Instagram. I'm like, look, I'm not gonna get my hug now. Oh, so you finally saw Sinners? Hey, what did you think, Josh? 10 minutes? Oh, you clowns, you're on. 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 Was it Tony? Pinky's out. El corazon. I'm glad that you felt that way, Josh. It was definitely worthy of it being tattooed on my leg for sure. We want the clowns. Da, 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 da. God want them clowns. Man, Josh, let me tell you, that 70 millimeter experience was unreal, man. I'm so glad that I was fortunate enough to see that last week. Like that's something I'm going to be able to tell my grandkids about. That I saw Sinners in 70 millimeter. Like seeing it on that huge screen is wow, beautiful. And it's crazy to think about. Like one of the screening places in Tennessee I used to work at in college, the Tennessee Aquarium. So it was funny to think that they're showing showings of Sinners. And I'm just like, wow, they would never show anything that cool when I was working there. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a great excuse to bring people to theaters, and the fact that it's still holding on to second place, after like Thunderbolts expectedly dropped down to third, and of course with all the people from Final Destination taking up the first place, but Sinners is holding strong. I think it passed like what 300 million or something like that, like crazy. Yeah, thanks a lot, Tony. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, no. But I think it's also going to be great because it's going to actually push a lot of these studios to realize that hey, it's not just you know sequels and remakes that can make money. Just give people a good original idea. Actually, put some money behind it. Give it to some actual good directors, people that are you know legit writers and special effects people. Don't cheap out on the effects, which was another cool thing I liked about the film I saw tonight. Bring Her Back. The practical effects were very cool. Like it was very gruesome in a lot of areas. Some very cool body horror. Yeah, 102 million. That's another great film for Warner Brothers. So I know the executives at Warner Brothers are happy as hell right now. They got another $100 million flick. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're right, Bumper. Stop being prudes about horror. Exactly. Like, give us what we want. I mean, Terrifier's making money. You got all of these different examples of horror movies making bank, and we're consistently going to be the ones to go and support our films that we like. So I'm just really excited about that, guys. It's a great time to be a horror fan. This movie has almost every genre at some point, which makes it awesome. Nice, nice. Man, you know what? I'm excited to see what James is gonna do with Superman. So I'm definitely gonna take that with the kiddo. Well, I'm gonna take the kiddo to go see that. I should say. Yeah, I was seeing that about Creep Icon. We'll see how if the list gets better, but all right, we'll see. Yeah, weapons looks like that's gonna be a very interesting concept. I like both of the trailers. I like the teaser one a little bit better, but I like the official one because it explains a little bit more, but it still doesn't give too much away. Yeah, man, we've been eating good as horror fans. I'm not gonna lie, like, and what I love about it is there's so much different horror. So, like, let's just say something isn't necessarily your cup of tea. Like, for instance, like with Bring Her Back, I enjoyed it, but I wasn't like in love with it. But there were some really cool moments that I liked. I know that there are going to be some people that really, really love this movie. And to be honest, like Bring Her Back probably has one of the creepiest kid performances I've seen in a while. Like that little kid, and you're gonna know the kid. Like if you've seen the trailer, you know the kid that I'm talking about. Like that little kid did a phenomenal job. Like if that kid sticks with acting, like just with its creepiness and everything, and its dedication for that role, that kid could be like a Christian Bale type actor as far as like going all in. Like it's very rare that you and it could be the fact that it's an Australian film, but the fact that they went that far with the kid actor, it was awesome. Timestamp, uh, 7 minutes and 55 seconds. Yeah, don't watch the full trailer. That's for sure. Now, if you watch any trailer, definitely watch the teaser. But I'm pretty sure you probably saw the teaser. But yeah, I would say definitely. I could see a lot of kids, a lot of little boys that are like 10 years old, cosplaying as the character in Break Her Back because it's such a cool like makeup look and effects and everything. So I can even see grown men trying to do that look of that kid. So just wait till you watch it. That dude's blonde hair and brown goatee, brown and sandy gray goatee is really messing with me. Let's go to the circus. Oh, and I just got my first ad. What do you know? Yeah, for real, Josh. Like for real. And the cool thing about that film is that's definitely a cool PG-13 type film. Like that film is actually a film. Well, I just thought about it. I was like, well, you could probably let preteens see it, but I'm like, I thought about it. There's some dong showing, so Tony's definitely gonna like this film. There's dong showing within like the first 5 minutes, so it will probably be okay for like a 13-year old. 13 and up is good for this film, but only if you're okay with seeing full frontal dong for like a couple of seconds. But hey, nudity is a nudity is beautiful. The human body is a beautiful thing. Don't be ashamed of it. I'm just glad it wasn't erect. But it made sense why you saw a dong in that scene. If it makes sense, guys, sign me up. I'll be first in line. See, there you go, Tony. You've been watching your Blu-rays at Nightmare on Elm Street 4. Man, you've been picking up some really good stuff, Bumper. You're watching on Prime. It looks like it only has one commercial break. Oh, nice. I should have went with Prime. I'm actually on Prime. Well, I actually have Prime, I should say. Yeah, yeah. Linnea has a very, very memorable cameo in that film. That was so funny. I was as a young kid, I was very familiar with Linnea's part without knowing that was Linnea. And now that I look back on it, I'm like, oh yeah, of course that was Linnea. Of course those boobs were Linnea's. It's like as many times as a kid that I had saw Return of the Living Dead and Night of the Demons, I should have known. Timestamp. 10 minutes. 10 minutes exactly, Tony. Hey, Nine, what's going on, Nine? You never knew that, Bumper? Yeah, I didn't know that until I saw it on Never Sleep Again in the Never Sleep Again documentary, and I was like, wow, that's crazy. I never knew that was Linnea Quigley. Crazy. Hey, nine. Hey, perfect timing. Exactly. No better time than when boob talk arises. All right. Looks like he has his groupies there in the circus. What would you call circus groupies? Like there has to be like some sort of cool name for it. Like you have lot lizards. What would be the thing for circus groupies or whatever? Tent tramps. Yeah, that lipstick scene is burned into my memory. That's for sure. Yeah, Papa Corn. Let me find out. Nine got some good cooking skills. Carny rats, right? Clown coos. 3 ring thoughts. Hey, I love a good tri tip. Yo, one of the things I still need to learn is I need to learn how to actually do a brisket. That's the one last horizon on the grill that I still need to learn how to do. I'm a bit intimidated in regards to cutting with the grain. Like I don't want to make the mistake of cutting against the grain and messing up my brisket. Yo, you made a tri tip for Mother's Day? Yo, that's dope. Yeah, I love a good tri tip, AB. So you and Nine, you guys are going to be in charge of the Green Book cooking for the events. Send in the clowns. Also, cutting brisket is easy. Okay, so I'm overthinking it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and suck it up and go ahead and try it. AB. Don't skit. Is it burnt, Tony? You gotta cauterize it. I mean, at least they're nice to cauterize the wound. Could let you bleed out. It's a small bill. Measly morsels. Usually used an offset smoker. Got a pellet smoker for. Oh yeah, yeah. Let me know how you like your pellet smoker when you use it, AB. Yeah, I love some good old smoked meats. Yeah, I love the good old Weber. That's my trusty one. I want to get one of the bigger ones. Yeah, I have a 22-inch one, but I want to get one of the 28s, like the Clown Mumford and Sons. At least he's going to share his ashes. At least. Pop back on. Let's see. Oh. Man, they're doing all types of body modifications. So you talk too much. Uh oh. Hands gone. What's coming out next? Man, I swear this circus is gonna get shut down. They have animals. It's like you can't have any type of animals other than like a dog or a duck or something like that at a circus now. Those elephants start whooping ass, and they're like, "Nah, we gotta get them out of here. No more elephants or tigers." This year I am. This year I'm coming in on Thursday. Well, I'm checking into the hotel on Thursday. I just figured it's just gonna make it a bit easier because the last few years, of course, checking in on Friday. You know, hotel time doesn't really let you check it until 3, and then by the time I'm checked in, getting set and ready for the day, and getting on the shuttle, making our way there, um, doors have already opened up, and it's just crazy. So this year I figured it's going on Thursday. Go ahead and get my passes, um, and then from there, just hang out on Thursday night with everyone that's gonna be there early and vibing, and then after that, just be ready to rock and roll. So it's gonna be fun. Yeah, exactly, man. Those elephants don't play, man. I remember seeing those elephants on a rampage. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun one, man. It's gonna be a fun couple of weeks. That's why I'm trying to debate how I'm gonna do things because the live watch parties are gonna be thrown off for a bit. So I don't want to necessarily promise you guys any live watch parties for the next couple of weeks because travel's gonna be a bit iffy. So let me let you guys know that the live watch parties are probably going to be one of those things that are going to be like a last minute thing, whether or not I'm going to be able to announce if I'm going to do them for that particular week or not. Mainly because, like for instance, with Texas Frightmare, I'll probably still be editing my video come Monday and try to get that up by Tuesday at the very earliest. I'm going to be super exhausted on Tuesday, so I may possibly get a live watch party on Tuesday at the very least. But I know I'll be heading out and getting ready to go to Monsterpalooza on Friday morning, and then I don't come back until the next Monday. I'm going to be super tired and jet lagged, so it's going to be one of those things, guys. It's going to be a call it last minute type thing. So definitely make sure those notification bells are turned on so that you will be in the know whenever I set up a notification for when I will be doing the live watch parties. Unless it's to go to a Stars game. Anyone got the 6 horror posters or know how to get repos? Hmm. Just turn on the camera and take a nap. Yeah, I bet someone here probably does. Uh, I know there's a good spot where I could get that I get repos. Are you which size are you looking for? Nine. Are you looking for the official theater sizes, or are you looking for 24 by 36s? But I do have a company that I do know that I believe prints both, and I could definitely send you the information or send the information to Tony and he can get it to you. Like at Reanimator. You'll be beat by the time that they open the doors at Munster. Yeah, it's gonna be definitely one of those things. I'm gonna be tired. I'm gonna definitely try to make a nap though before I get there though. Definitely when I check in, I'm gonna get there super early and try to get some things out of the way while I just have those hours. And I'm mainly there for the convention, but I'm gonna have a few extra hours to do things here and there. So it's gonna be an eventful one, but I'm excited for it, guys. Like I'm just gonna feed off that amazing energy. I love those retro cop outfits, very circus like, and I like the clown that has the Guy Fieri flames. That clown's going on down the Flavor Town. Oh yeah, you look for the 6 foots. Okay, I read that wrong. Okay, yeah, yeah, I know Bumper would definitely know. And got your Poltergeist Theater poster there. Dope, man. I'll have to check that out. Yeah, man. I'll just put that on my list whenever I'm down out that way. Let me actually do that now. I love how they're just beating them in front of the kids, and everyone's just laughing. I mean, they just really beating the brakes off of them right there. Reanimated. Okay, I see. Yeah, reanimated records. Got it down. Poor guy. All in the name of entertainment. I mean, it was on brand. I mean, they were definitely Rodney King in them. Oh, the drug use in front of the kids. That's not nice. You have a lot of VHS too. Oh man, speaking of VHS, there's always this one vendor at Texas Frightmare that comes down with like a truckload of VHS. So I'm looking forward to checking him out for sure. He's gonna always like one of my first stops because he always has like very good VHS for very good prices. Yeah, nine. If you come on down, come on down. Like for real, let us know if you're coming up to Musterpalooza. There's gonna be a few of us coming down that are gonna be there. Like Bumper's gonna be there. TCCK is gonna be there. I think Captain Spaulding's gonna be there. So there's gonna be a few of us. That's a pretty elaborate remaster outfit right there. That's pretty cool. Yeah, come on down, y'all. They have deli cafe muffins across the street, but I can't live off $50 muffins. Yeah, man. It's expensive in Cali, man. Yeah, it's definitely one place where you are getting charged a pretty penny to eat. Just run in. Oh, you're the lucky guy. Winner, winner. And of course, guys, if you ever need a timestamp, of course, never be afraid to ask. You still got thrown out. So I'm gonna kill your entire family. Hee hee. You rolled around all day and had a blast. Sometimes those are the best moments. You're just hanging out, vibing, with no particular plan. You're just like, you know what? I'm just gonna enjoy the day. Popcorn. And jumbo. It's very important to have a jumbo. Timestamp 26 minutes and 35 seconds, AV. Okay, yeah, records, but mostly hard. Perfect, perfect. Hey, Captain Spaulding, man. Speak of the captain, and he shows up. We were just talking about you, brother. Hey, Matt. Hey, what's up? Yeah, guys, I'm at 27 minutes exactly. Yeah, Captain. Are you gonna make it to Musterpalooza, Captain? If you're not able to make it, I totally understand with everything going on with the family. But yeah, brother, if you're gonna be able to make it up to Musterpalooza, man, we love to hang out with you and see you, man. So far it looks like me, Bumper, and TCCK are definitely going to be there. Nine and Tony may possibly, make their way up for a day. If so, I would definitely love that so we can hang out and vibe. But hey, regardless, we're gonna get together and have our Green Book get-togethers. The best part of the circus were the dudes on the most. Yeah, exactly. I love those dudes, man. Seriously. Yeah, for real, guys. If y'all can make it in for a day, yo, that would be dope, man. Hang out with y'all. 9 plus Arby's. You're gonna try to make it? Yeah. It's a must. I gotta go and see you guys hang. Yeah, man. If you can make it out, man, it would definitely be bomb, man, for sure, man. We'd love to hang out with you, man. It would be an utmost pleasure to just be able to get together with y'all and just hang out. So, like that's another reason why I'm looking forward to these upcoming weeks because Texas Frightmare's coming up. I know Vero's going to be there. I think Lori said that she may try to come down. I think Lori's going to be in the house. And I know that a couple of other people are going to be there. So, starting off this week, and then Musterpalooza, and head on down the Living Dead Con. So, it's going to be an exciting next 3 weeks for sure. I still want to possibly go out to Spooky Empire, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make it work. But we'll see how the money flows and how the money goes. But guys, did you guys hear about the convention drama between Spooky Empire and Spookala? Now I don't have a horse in the race, so I'm not as vested in it as the Florida horror community is. But there's a lot of people taking sides in regards to Spooky Empire versus Spookala, and it's very interesting. But as someone that's looking at it from the outside looking in, I totally understand the situation. I totally understand. Like if let's just say if I'm a guy and I'm a YouTuber that's named the Horror Greenbook, and next thing you know, there's a guy that comes up with a convention, well, comes up with another YouTube that's called the Drama Green Book or the Drama Green Notebook. I mean, it's kind of close enough. So I would be a bit heated and try to sue. And granted, the dude who's over Spooky Empire isn't probably the easiest guy to get along with. But as someone that's over something that's a particular IP now, I see him not wanting someone to, not wanting to have someone that has a convention that's similarly sounding and a logo that's very similar to his as well. So it's easy for people to get confused if they've never been to either convention. But the Florida horror community are very, very well vested in this, and people are choosing sides, and it's damn near like a Florida convention civil war. It's just like, guys, there's plenty of convention to go around, convention fun to go around. I mean, and to tell you the truth, he's the dude that's over Spooky Empire probably isn't the only guy that does stuff like that when it comes to convention competition. A lot of that stuff gets pretty, heated. So it's just very interesting. Hey man, I appreciate that bumper, man. You have to show your gratitude with some fire. Hey man, I appreciate that, brother. Hey man, it'd just be a pleasure to meet y'all, man. Like seriously, I love chatting with y'all every week, and y'all keep me company, and we talk horror and all types of cool shit. So I'm just glad to just have you guys as company anytime. All bad, so many names out there to choose from. Yeah, man. Horror burn book. Yeah, I did. Exactly, AB. Yeah, I wish I could afford my own con too, man. Like, I really wish I could, man. Tower Drive, yeah, man. Bust those 2 hours, y'all. Come on down. Celeste going to the Kings game because of traffic. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, sporting event traffic is the worst. You know what? These clowns are actually pretty funny. They're actually pretty funny. They're just taking body parts. They're like their own little Jeepers Creepers fan club. Yeah, speaking of which, I need to see if Silver Scream Con has the ability to get media passes for that one as well. Oh, mom looks pretty hot right here. Yeah, turn that fan on. Yeah, see, you're pretty hot, mom. The one reminds you of Tiny Tim. Yeah. Um, yeah, I like that one. That one was actually pretty creepy. The Tiny Tim clown. Oh, there you go, AV. AV got her one ad. Oh, you went to go check out all the horror icons graffiti? No, I didn't get a chance to check that out, man. Did you post it up on your Instagram, or was that on your YouTube? I'm gonna go check that out. Blood Harvest. Yeah, Blood Harvest. Oh, the wife. Oh, okay. Well, she's taking F the police to a whole nother level right there. I haven't seen Bloodline just yet, Captain Spaulding, but I'm planning on seeing it tomorrow. But I'm definitely curious to know what everyone that has seen it thinks. I've heard mostly good things. I've only seen a couple of reviews that were either saying that it was either just okay or just not what they were wanting. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm almost finished with catching up with all of the rest of the films because I wanted to just do a rewatch to just kind of refresh my Final Destination knowledge. So I'm looking forward to it. Okay, so it is on your IG. Okay, I'm gonna go check it out. You got to add to they weren't even selling anything, just like a 90s screen. Like Number Cruncher, but it's Dung Cruncher. You were supposed to see Bloodlines yesterday, but you've been sick. Yeah, AB, get better soon, AB. What's going on over there? So you liked it? Okay, cool, cool. I'm glad to hear that, Captain Spaulding. Yeah, I saw Bring Her Back, the new A24 horror movie earlier tonight. So that's the reason why the live stream started a little bit later than usual. And I enjoyed it. It was pretty good for the most part. But if you asked whether it was see it in theaters, um, catch it on streaming, or to just skip it, I would say catch it on streaming. You got to take the kiddo with you. Yeah, she loves Tony. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm gonna have the biggest lump in my throat seeing Tony. You know, seeing him that skinny, knowing that it's definitely on this. That he was on his last legs there. But it's really cool knowing that the directors let him give a message to the fans. I'm sorry to be laughing. I'm laughing at Papa Corn choking his chicken, choking his corn, shucking his corn, right there outside of the window. Yeah, I know, AV. Like, I'm gonna have the biggest lump in my throat when Tony's part comes up. I love that man. I've been the biggest fan of Tony Todd ever since Candyman. But even going back and noticing, like, he was in just ton of films that I had known even before Candyman. Like, I had seen the remake of Night of the Living Dead before I had seen Candyman. But Candyman is what just cemented him in my mind as a kid at that point. And also his role in Lean on Me. I love his role in Lean on Me. A bunch of other things. Oh, they're going all Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer on him. Well, at least they waited until he finished. I mean, I would be pretty pretty bummed out if I was killed right before I got some on the way to get some. So yeah, and you're right, Platoon, The Crow. I mean, the man was in so many things. I thought he had one of the most awesome looks of The Crow. He just looks so cool in that. Let me go check on my children like Freddy. You're all my children now. Yeah, exactly. You're all my children now. Yep, Deep Space Nine. Like, the man just did everything. No, Popcorn's feeling generous. So nice, Papa. Yeah, Tony really held it down for a lot of stuff. I really need to see that one film on two what's the name of that film that's on Tubi that they released. AB, was it like was it a full moon picture? What was it? Hey, no worries at all, Captain Spaulding. Yeah, he was. He did have a small part in Colors. I forgot all about that. Yeah, like Tony popped up in a bunch of everything. You never saw the Crow, Tony? The Crow's pretty awesome. It's '90s excellence. Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah, something like that. I think I'll probably do something. I'll probably check that one out. And there's also like a Corey Feldman film on Shutter that was apparently like unreleased for like forever. Like they never released it, or it was just like hard to find for forever. And I was wanting to check it out, but then I realized I was like, oh god, this is like 2 hours long. I'm in it for quite the investment, so maybe I should wait. So that should be a fun watch to check out one of these days, guys. And I know Tony is definitely down for some Corey Feldman watches. Yeah, no, I feel you. I feel you on that, Tony. Yeah, the birthday. Yeah, the birthday. That's the Corey one. Have you seen it, Tony? Yeah, I mean, man, just gonna really miss Tony Todd a lot. Just great voice, just all around great guy. I'm always gonna be sad that I never got a chance to meet him. Like if I knew then what I knew now, I would have stayed an extra day in Las Vegas. That day that I had a road trip just to get the chance to meet Tony Todd. As much of a masterpiece as the original night is, Tony made me love the remake more. Hey, yeah, I totally get you on that, Matt. Like Tony did great in regards to taking over the role of Ben. I mean, that's a hard role to take over. It's a very much beloved one. I love Dwayne's portrayal in it. Like for me, Dwayne and Tony are definitely like neck and neck in regards to the performance of Ben. So I've always had like a funness for the '90s remake of Night. That's for sure. I just really wish the studios would have allowed Tom to do the stuff that he really would have liked to do, all the stuff that Tom Savini would have liked to have done. So wait, where did the birthday get released? I have not been on your radar according to film and Peel liked it or someone. Yeah, it's on Shutter, Tony. So we're gonna have to do that. I saw it on Shutter and I was like, we're gonna definitely have to do it on a live watch party one of these days. But it's just I've just been so busy with everything, so we haven't had a chance to do any of the live watch parties and such. But that's definitely going to be one that we should do. I mean, a Corey Feldman horror movie is always going to be something that I'm going to be down for. So even better with the group. Yeah, and you know what? You can definitely still see that it's something that Savini holds dear to him, like how the studios did him with that. Because I remember asking him how his experience was with that, and he said it was terrible. And I can understand, being under the pressure of such a beloved remake, and and this isn't like you're just some random guy remaking, a Nightmare on Elm Street or something like that. No, this you actually know George A. Romero. You've worked with this guy, so that's that extra pressure. And then not only that, but you probably have a very cool vision, and the studios are just like, no, man, let's do the safe thing. So that just sucks. Oh, they're actually putting the kids in bags. I love that. Timestamp, AV. Yeah, I just reached an ad not too long ago, and I'm at 41 minutes and 35 seconds. He says this is best work. You know what? I'm willing to check it out. I'm definitely willing to check it out. You were visiting your grandma in New Orleans when they were filming Candyman 2. Oh, man. I love Farewell to the Flesh. Best believe whatever I do go to New Orleans next, I'm going to some of the filming locations for that and the Beyond. I love those two New Orleans related movies, and also some of the Hatchet related stuff that's on like Bourbon Street. Well, or at least in the French Quarter. I'm not even sure if that's on Bourbon Street, but it's definitely in the French Quarter. Man, those clowns are just those clowns are really being a trip. But you know what's funny? I'm looking at this and I'm realizing how much a little bit of how Stream took a little bit from this. Well, I'm not just saying like purposely, but a lot of the story is pretty similar to Stream so far. Joe Exotic, yeah, dude is very Joe Exotic. Like the goatee and the blonde hair is just really getting me. Huge Hard Target fan. Yeah, yeah, for real. Like New Orleans is definitely a cool spot. In regards to like a setting for a film. Like another film that I really enjoyed was the Denzel film Out of Time. Wait, is that Out of Time or is the other one? The one with Paula Patton in it. Hold on, what's the name of that one? Let me look that one up. Hold on. Deja Vu, not Out of Time. Deja Vu. That's the one. Yeah, Deja Vu was a pretty dope film. I love that they used Katrina. Well, post Katrina, New Orleans. Hey, welcome back, captains. If you need a timestamp, 44 minutes and 25 seconds, brother. Yeah, guys, I'm so ready for Monster Palooza. Like I've never done Monster Palooza, but I'm definitely excited to check out these vendors. You know what? Fat Clown is pretty cool though. You know, Fat Clown, he just likes to have a good time. He's just giggling. Just being the muscle, just being the tank. Oh, we got detached boobs. Let's see, what do we have here? I love when like killers are crafty. Like this dude's just really into arts and crafts. Look at him. You just see him set up as a vendor at a convention. It's a pretty creative dude here. He kind of like looks like that dude in that that Tool music video. What was? Oh my gosh, what is the name of that video with the Oh gosh, it's gonna be on my mind like all night now. 10 minutes, Pappy. Yeah, exactly. Av. This dude's just like a legitimate like a straight up artist right here. Like you can't tell me that you want like see like some like artsy type looking at his detail just now let me tell you what this is telling me. prison uniform is hilarious. That poor dude. That dude is like pretty tough. He's been hanging in there for a while. I love how they're taking the time to actually like take care of their hostage at the same time. They're like, all right, we've stapled you, we've cut your hand off, but at the same time, I mean, we've clothed you, you know, we've cauterized your wound, put you in all types of swanky outfits. Donald. Like seriously, this is very similar to Stream in some ways. She was dipping in the chocolate. It's like, dude, you were involved in cuck porn and you didn't even know. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, AB. What's the matter? I can see being a clown like on stage with a guitar, but just to be a clown doing jumping jacks or whatever. Exactly. At least got to be a cool clown, you know. You want to see Stream? Yeah, Stream was actually pretty decent. I like Stream, but the only thing about Stream was like unnecessarily long. Like Stream had no business being as long as it was. They could have easily have shaved a good 15 minutes from Stream and saved some of that for like bonus features and such, deleted scenes. Because Stream was like what 2 hours and 15 minutes, 2 hours and 30 minutes, something like that. It's just like, geez, they didn't need to include all of that, but it's still a good watch. Love is all we need. Lost that loving feeling. Uh oh. Uh oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Doing that to the wife? Well, hey. Yeah, it's like 2 hours and 10 minutes. Yeah, it's pretty long, but it's definitely a good watch. Some pretty fun kills. I mean, you know what to expect with that crew. Yeah, blood sucking freaks. Yeah, exactly. Oh, I love blood sucking freaks. The show must go on. Right. Getting Kemper with it. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Getting Kemper with it. And High Tension did it as well. Yeah, exactly. Return of the Jedi. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy now, like because there are way more 2 hour films when we were kids, but nowadays, the fact that, you know, anything over an hour and 45 minutes, it needs to be like really good. Oh my god, that jacket. That dude is 100% Joe Tiger. Young Guns 3, three times the guns. Like these clowns are true carnies. And it Donald Johnson, 45 no 54 minutes and 50 seconds. The circus. You want your refund? AV wants a refund. She's like, hold up, I don't know about this one. Hold on. Got like some crazy stuff on my. No, I was actually going through a bag of some extra stuff that I had from a giveaway, and I was looking for some extra napkins that I had because my tattoo is dripping plasma. So I had to go down there and dab it a little bit. So I'm gonna go and definitely rinse that off later and put some fresh dressing on there, basically. It's like the white trash circus where they have possums. Cletus the raccoon and Bubba. Yeah, I know, right? Everything's illegal now. I have to make sure to bring my extra towels. Well, not towels, but bags when I get to California. Since they charge for bags for everything, they're like that'll be 10 cents or 5 cents, please. It's like okay, by all means. Oh, yeah, I appreciate that, Matt. Thank you so much. You like the Dream Child one? Yeah. My personal favorite one was Dream Warriors and Dream Master. I always was fascinated with those two. Yeah, I basically use like any type of antimicrobial. So sometimes it's basically like the liquid dowel. Sometimes I'll have like a little bit of leftover like tattoo glue stuff from a buddy that does tattoos. So pretty much anything antibacterial. Hey, thanks a bunch, Captain. Yeah, like the tattoo glue company actually does like manufacturing like right down the street. So I have a guy that gives me all types of free samples for some of their stuff. So every now and then I'll get broken off with like little sample packs of their soap or their balm and stuff. Love that orange style soap. I know it just smells so good, right? It's an all time classic. Yeah, yeah. Captain Spartan just added something to my leg. I got a center's piece, so I got it last night. So it was definitely fresh, and I definitely felt it being on my feet for a bit today. That's that good old freshly tattooed feeling. I love how this is filmed in Texas, though. Like, I would totally enjoy being in something like this. Like, I want to be killed by these crazy ass clowns. Like, why couldn't I be the chocolate that the wife was dipping in? Yeah, I posted on Instagram. Yeah, I'll post up a picture or something in the Discord. But yeah, you guys will be able to find it on Instagram for sure. I was 16 when I got my first tattoo. I was tattooed by this Native American guy. Um, hey gosh, I'm trying to remember if I can remember his name. I think if I'm not mistaken, his name was Joe. He was a very cool guy, and he was very cool because he drove a hearse. He was the first person that I ever knew that drove a hearse, and that dude was awesome because he tattooed anyone that was willing to pay. So this dude was legit, fresh, new. Everything was professional. Everything to look for, you know, in a tattoo artist, and none of the things to not look out for, as in regards to a warning. So he was a great guy. Um, First tattoo experience. It's like I was definitely 16 for sure. So it's very fun memories. Yeah. So you can at least get one of them. They have to jump you. Yeah, it is crazy because I got tattoos really young, and then for a while I got none, and then I just went tattoo crazy again. And I'm like, you know what? I'm getting older. I've always wanted to just get as tattooed as possible, at least to my liking. So it was definitely one of those things that I'm definitely looking forward to getting at least both of my legs completely blasted, and a very cool back piece that I'm hoping on getting done within the next year or so. Yeah, my first one it was my black my back tattoo, um, and I got that at about 16. But it's very sad because eventually I'm going to get that covered up. I eventually want to do this very cool headless horseman piece, so I'm going to have to cover that up. Yeah, that's one of those things, Tony, for sure. It's like the art takes a jump for sure. Like I look at like a lot of my friends that are a bit older than me, like a lot of my Gen X friends and their tattoos, but you know, it's a stepping stone, man. You know, everyone, the art is just going to continue to get better, and people are going to push the boundaries and learn from mistakes. And I think that's another reason why I'm a bit glad that I didn't get as many tattoos young. Yeah, check it out on IG. Definitely, man. I got a cool center's piece. Quit being a bitchicitis. Yeah, I appreciate that, Captain. It's like bingo, but from Mexico. Exactly, Tony. It's a lot of memories with a lot of those things where you just like totally remember a lot of stuff, a lot of the tattoo artists and things. Yeah, it always tells a story, and that's why I'm going to be a bit bummed getting my back covered up because it's just like, oh man, those are like my first tattoos. So, but it is what it is. I mean, they're still technically there. They're still technically going to be there, but just pretty much evolved. Odessa. Well, it's not too much else to do out in Odessa. Skull it. I mean, me and Tony should have some of that DEF CON zombie beer. Gosh, you look at one from a next time your sister married just to get one that looked prisony. All about the experience, man. Hey, man, some of those prison tats I've seen are pretty good, man. I've seen some that look like they were done in prison, and then I've seen some where I'm just like, are you sure that was done in prison? It's like, how? So that must have been a great tape player that you used. I, mean, I totally want to play this video game. Oh, he's about to do that ballot smash. Pre psoriasis. Ooh. Ooh, we got Japanese video game boobs. Ooh, and then we got pixelated boobs. All right. I play this game. Ooh. What percentage? Hmm. If I really think about it, let me see. I would probably be about both legs, at least one arm, most of my back. I would say that would be a good 60%, 60 to 65%. I can do more, but at least as far as for what I have planned, I would do. I would say about 65%. But I could easily go up to more. But a lot of times, I do wish that I was one of those guys that did like the super cool like full bodysuit. I think those are so dope. I've always thought those were dope ever since I was like a little kid. Like I was one of those kids that always looked into like martial, like oh my gosh, like I was telling the kiddo about like going to like a grocery store with like your mom, and you would just tell her, no, I'm just gonna hang out by the magazines and just come by and get me on the way out. So I would spend my time reading like the martial arts magazines, the weightlifting and fitness magazines, and tattoo magazines. And guns. And Nintendo Power video game ones. So those were like the five magazines that I was very busy with going through as a kid. Free clown mammogram. Free clown mammogram at your local convenience store. A question I've always wondered though, speaking of like full bodysuits and tattoos. Now, of course, we've seen the pictures of the guys that are just like, all right, well, I'm getting a full bodysuit, so you're covered, at least from like neck to toe or neck to like ankle in regards to your tattoos. But of course, they have their butts tattooed, or they're getting their dongs tattooed. That's one. That's one question I've always wondered. I'm like, okay, how far are you taking it? Are you like, okay, I have to feel the needle there too? You gotta complete the process. I know that lizard dude, that one cool lizard dude, he definitely had to have. There's no doubt in my mind that dude got his done. As far as other dudes, are they taking it that far? Exactly, Tony. Some of those dudes have to. Because, I mean, I know what it's like to be a completionist. You can't just be sitting there looking at that blank skin and saying, you know what? I'm just going to stop right there. Tattoo flames. I mean, you may be sending the wrong signal, but hey, who cares at that point? You don't even want a guy looking at it, let alone get it needled. Like exactly like I mean, you're gonna have to fold that. You're gonna have to like stretch that skin. So yeah, exactly. I mean, and my thing is like, look, I love my tattoo artist, and when you're like when you're like a tattoo artist, do you go in expecting it to be like when you're like and where you're like a waxer, when you just know like, hey, there's a chance. I know that I'm gonna have to do some bikinis. I'm gonna have to do some Brazilians. When you go in doing tattoos, do you go in knowing that you know what? One of these days, I'm gonna have to get someone's gooch. You, yeah, you're at 90%, Captain. You know what? I've heard a lot of people that say like once they get close to being like completely tattooed, they get pretty sad. Where they're just like, man, I've reached almost the finish line. Like, there's nothing else for me to possibly get. Like, I've even heard of guys lasering spots just so that they can get new tattoos later on. Where they're just like, all right, well, I've had these tattoos the longest. I'm just gonna laser this section so that I could eventually get more. And I'm just like, I get it. I feel it. It's a great feeling though. I love it. Like it's something about just gritting your feet. Like oh man, when it got to close to the shin, it was my first time experiencing something around the shin, and woo, like I now know that it feels how weird it feels. Oh, we got some more dong here, Tony. We got clown dong. Yeah, you're going for it, but yeah, exactly, Captain Spaulding. Cause that's the thing. Like, I love my tattoo artist, but I need him to be comfortable, and I need me to be comfortable. And in that particular situation, if I was going to get something like that done, there's no way that I'm going to be comfortable, and no way he's going to be comfortable. So I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to have to skip this out and find someone else. Behind the knee sucks. Yeah, I'm I'm really glad I survived my ditch. It got I can see the ditch was very spicy. Like it got my vision got a little blurry during some parts. Like if he's doing like a quick little line, okay, I can make that work. But some of those lines where it's just like, all right, dude, can you break it up? Break it up. Break it up. Ah, he's finally up. And I'm like, all right, jeez, man. Got your butt done and eyelids. Oh man, how was the butt? I heard the butt isn't that bad because it's meaty, you know. But how was it on a scale of 1 to 10 in regards to pain, Captain Spaulding? I'm curious. Might as well. Yeah, for real. Yeah, for real, man. Captain Spaulding, man, you're tough, bro. I'm telling you, man. Whew. That's one of those things I always gave major props to for the majorly heavy tattooed like guys and gals out there. And for anyone that's curious, I'm at 1 hour, 13 minutes, and 25 seconds. Woo, yeah, yeah, the shin got a little spicy, but I can kind of see why people say that they liked it though, because it felt good to a point, and then it felt a little weird, and then I got just like the tiniest little bit of pain. So I could kind of see like it was more uncomfortable than like something that hurt, but it still felt like kind of cool at the same time. So I'm looking forward to when he gets up towards more of the shin and eventually the knee. Because as I've told you guys before, Clarence Williams III from Tales from the Hood will be blasted on my horror sleeve knee. I love the way he looks at the end of Tales from the Hood in the Welcome to Hell scene. So I'm gonna get his face from the Welcome to Hell scene blasted on my knee. You get some mannequin hands just for room. Man, these clowns are going wild. The knee feels nice. I can kind of see that, Captain Spaulding. Like if it feels anywhere similar to how it felt on my shin, like I could see that feeling pretty good because I was just like, wow. Like for a point, I was just like, okay, this feels totally different from how I was expecting it to feel because, everyone says because of the bone being right there, but it didn't really bother me too much, so I could totally see that. I was a bit worried about that, but after experiencing how it feels on the shin, I'm not as worried about that at all. Bum, 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 bum. These clowns are just wreaking all types of havoc all over Texas. You want to do the armpits? Oh man. Oh, they got the baby. What are you gonna do on your armpits? If you already know what you're gonna do on your armpits. I always wanted to do a hand one, but the hand is such a funny one. Well, I always wanted to do the palm, but the palm is such a tricky spot to get because because it's so hard to heal, because you're using your hands constantly and stuff. But I always wanted to, because I love the gait. I always wanted to do like the eyeball inside the palm of the hand. Like I would totally do that, but I know the palm of the hand will also hurt like like hell. So or at least would feel crazy weird. Yeah, exactly. It felt really weird. So about a five. Okay, cool. That's pretty good, Captain Spaulding. Yeah, that's what I figured. Five is five is as bad as all. It's pretty meaty back there. So, Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Jaws, man, that's a great lineup. I need to be there. Yeah, exactly. The palm wears off. Yeah, exactly. I have some friends that have some palm tattoos, and you know it has fallen off. So I'm just like, if it held better there, I would totally do the gate eye tattoo in the palm. Yeah, the eyeball would be dope, man. I've always loved that scene, and ever since I was a little kid, I've just thought that was like such a gnarly look. So I would totally love that in a tattoo, but I just know, the likelihood of that looking as good as I would envision it and it's staying that way is very slim. Yeah, double session, yeah, for sure. Game over. Yeah, for real, Cap. How old were you when you got your first tattoo, Cap? And were you always one of those kids that were always into tattoos? I know I always was. Get the eyeballs red. Nice. Okay. Yeah, that'd be pretty vibrant. Gotta make it pop. Cost you 10 G's. Oh man. I don't even have prices. Top pain was lower back and ribs. Oh man. Yeah, the ribs is pretty sucky. I'd imagine, man. Like I have a rocker tattoo over my stomach, so yeah, I know what you're talking about around that rib area. I like how like really chill these clowns can be. How they're really calm at times, and then when they want to turn it up, they'll turn it up. It's like, no sir, it looks like you have something you may need to say. I said, didn't the clowns? I really don't know. Yeah, tattooist choice. I feel that. I feel that. Let's see. Hold up. Oh, AB commented on my Instagram post. Thank you, AB. I think this may have inspired some of this. I think this was around that time during the clown craze. The lips on your face too faded because of shaving. Okay, yeah, I get that. Yeah. Ooh, perfect timing. Like Seinfeld. You hit the sheriff. It's too bad that that attorney isn't there at work, or else he could just run out there and be like, "Hey, you need a lawyer? I can represent you." You know what? You're so right about that, AB, because none of those clowns seem to have been in the South. Hey, I appreciate that, Tony. Hey, dope. 14 years old, so you're 14? Yeah, man. Yeah, I totally was one of those kids that just always kind of had a fascination with guns. Well, guns, tattoos, fitness, horror, different stuff like that. But yeah, being in the South, it's going to be a lot of guns, and therefore the clowns probably wouldn't stand a chance. You're one of those kids always getting into trouble. Or as my mom would just say, just always getting into something, just bored. He was like, all right, well, let's just go have some fun and do this and do that. Yeah, pretty much, AB. Started riding the South Central streets at 14. Oh, I feel that, man. Yeah, man. And it was real out there, man. Especially, being outside then as a teen, man. It's hard not to, it's hard not to get into trouble, man. Yeah, all types of temptation. Comes up there like, I wonder if they're going to show a sneak preview of Circus of the Dead 2 at Frightmare. That's why you get into trouble now. Exactly. If you don't do it when you're young, you're going to do it when you're an adult. Like I was the sneaky kid. Like I was the kid that everyone kind of looked out for the most part. Like I was outside with a lot of my friends and stuff, but I think a lot of my more troublemaker friends kind of looked out for me to make sure that I didn't get into a lot of trouble. So they were just like the ones that are just like, hey, dude, when they were about to go do some really off the wall stuff, they're just like, hey, man, you can't come. So I respected that, and I totally knew what they meant by excluding me from a lot of that stuff. So I'm glad that he did. So I'm still friends with a lot of those guys to these days. Some of them got into some real life trouble. Thankfully, they're not in a lot of that stuff anymore. So I can be thankful that a lot of those friends avoided a lot of the pitfalls that could have really been bad. I feel you on that, Captain. Exactly, man. I mean, especially getting older, man. You just like don't want to deal with that stuff anymore, man. That's why, like, as much as I love, going back home to Memphis and stuff, but it's just like, man, it's just too much going on there, man. Like, I love the city. I love where I'm from. I love the food, but I just go back to visit. I can't go back there to live. Yeah, I think pretty much it's one of those things where like the entire world is almost getting like that, man. It's like it's all closing in on itself to where like all the places that used to be good are bad now. The places that used to be bad are being gentrified to being good now. It's just a whole big shuffle. Like it's crazy now. Like my aunt lives in Inglewood. Like Inglewood, like my memories of Inglewood in the '90s are vastly different from SoCom Stadium being there, and I'm just like, wait, there's like when I found out that you know that we were going to get NFL teams in Inglewood, and I'm like, oh wow, so they're going to build an actual stadium there. Oh, there's a lot of dung in this movie, so I didn't know there was going to be a lot of that there. So this is going to be pleasing for Tony. 4 stars. Tony says check it out. But yeah, guys. But I'm glad to be where I am in Texas. I enjoy it. But yeah, it's one of those things for sure, man. Like everywhere has something going on now. Regrettably, I love how his dong was made up too. I mean, it's only right. That's why Tony's gonna buy 2 copies. I mean, you're gonna need it on VHS, right? You're gonna have to personally write Billy and be like, "I need this in standard definition, blurry, on a CRT television." Oh man, I forgot he still got the kids too. Yeah, we got what, like maybe like 10 minutes left, 5 minutes left. You know what? I would totally be down for that. AB, have a GBG compound, just as long as the feds don't pull up to us and try to Waco us. So wait a sec, what are these crazy horror fans doing out there in the middle of nowhere? It's like I swear, there's no automatic guns out here. Just a bunch of machetes. Timestamp. Let's see. 1 hour, 29 minutes, and 15 seconds. You were the kind I hit you with a. Yeah, exactly. It wasn't playing, man. Exactly. You got the jump on the Waco joke, yeah. it's like it's like your travel guide, Bryn, aka your David Koresh. Might go full Ruby Ridge. yeah. yeah, I'm so fascinated with the stories of Ruby Ridge and Waco. Like, like that's one of the things. Like, no matter how you feel about the Branch Davidians or the family that was involved in Ruby Ridge, you could always say, no matter how you look at it, the government was clearly in the wrong for how they handled all of that. So let's just let it be known. We'll just have to put up a big, huge sign outside of the GBG compound to say, please don't blow us up, government. You too, I sleep next to it, right? Need more knives. Yeah, right. Yeah, that Waco. Yeah, that Waco show was crazy. And it's crazy because you can actually go up there and still see that compound, or at least what's left of that compound. I think the only thing that's left is like a pool and like a gate. We went to Beverly Hills this week, and yeah, I was hearing that about Beverly Hills. Like Beverly Hills even looks a mess now. No, no, it's not just you, Captain Spaulding. I've been hearing stories about that. But yeah, man, it's crazy. Like how much things that we thought would stay a certain way totally have changed. Yeah, you are going to be pretty close to Texas, man. And I'm planning on going out to New Mexico one of these days for a horror convention that's been on my list. So whenever I do put that on the list, man, you're gonna have to probably have to come out and meet me wherever because I think that one is in Albuquerque. So you'll probably have to meet me in Albuquerque, man. Right, exactly. Perfectly normal cult. Yeah, Ruby Ridge was rigged. That's why they let him go and settle. Not that settlement. Yeah, yeah, for real, man. I mean, they knew they were in the wrong. They knew they were in the wrong, man. And that just sucks to be in that position. Like no matter who you are, but just as an American, as someone that's from the South and stuff like that, that has guns and stuff like that, whose family has had guns and taught everyone how to shoot and stuff like that. The it's a very scary thought of your government just impeding on you randomly and killing your wife and son and stuff like that. It's pretty interesting. Time for a smoke break. You want to do a Breaking Bad tour? Me too. Me too. I really want to. I've only seen the car wash and geez, I think the time I passed through Albuquerque on a drive to Las Vegas, I only had a chance to see I think the car wash. And I think I may have stopped through Los Pollos Hermanos, but I can't remember. But I definitely want to do the full tour for sure, AB. You heard that about BH2? Yeah. Yeah, man, it's a lot of crazy. Like, if you really look at it, man, the government has done a lot of crazy stuff against its citizens through one way or another. And that's why I tell people that no matter who you believe, no matter where you fall politically, look at the government. The government's always going to have some crazy stuff going on, and that's what's pushing people divided because they're laughing. Meanwhile, they're going to pull the same tricks on you, no matter who you're going to vote for or whatever. But that's me with my tinfoil hat on. Yeah, definitely got to go check it out, man. For real, Captain. Like I'm a huge fan of Breaking Bad. And funny enough, guys, I've never gotten around to seeing Better Call Saul, and I hear from a lot of people that Better Call Saul is just as good, if not better than Breaking Bad. I find that hard to believe, but I could see it being just as great. So, I mean, for those of you that have seen Better Call Saul, where do you guys feel, in regards to how it ranks? Do you feel that it is just as good as Breaking Bad or better? Or is it, does it fall beneath it? The people at Walt's house are selling it because people kept. Yeah, exactly. I felt sorry about that lady, but yeah, I would have got rid of that house a long time ago. They missed the chance of selling it when that show was super hot and making it into like a museum or something. They missed the boat on that. Like if I'm moving into any place that has a huge fan base like that, best believe I'm getting whatever permits possible to turn it into a museum. Just when you think the government's corrupt, it's thousands of times worse than you can ever imagine. I'm telling you, Tony. I'm telling you, man. It's enough to make you mad. It's enough to make you mad. But you wouldn't say better. It's just, and I feel that AB because I personally feel like Breaking Bad is some of the best writing ever on television. Like bar none. Like it's for me, it's like the Twilight Zone, The Wire, and Breaking Bad as far as like my top three television shows of all time. So I can't see, Better Call Saul being better. Like, and I love Saul. I think Saul's a great character, but I can't see Saul being enough to carry a show being that great and better than whatever Walt and Jesse did. You've never seen more than 2 episodes of Breaking Bad? Tony, you should definitely see Breaking Bad. I highly recommend it. Yeah, AB's not lying. It's definitely in my top three, bar none. You got the Green Fox. Hey, I totally. Hey, the Green Fox can work in our favor sometimes, Captain Spaulding, because I can swear there's sometimes I will watch a movie and then literally a year later I will swear that I haven't seen it, and then I'll watch it and I'm like, wait a second, I have seen it. So yeah, I have to definitely check it out. Definitely make sure to check it out again. It'd be like watching it again for the first time. Right, you're gonna equate Twilight Zone, the all-time greatest, with Breaking Bad. Oh yeah, for sure. And I'm not saying that lightly. I am not saying that lightly, Tony. When I say some of the best writing ever, it's there. Like for me, like seriously, I can watch every episode of the Twilight Zone, no matter where you're starting it at, and just sit down and watch it. The same for The Wire, the same for Breaking Bad. Absolutely love those shows. Yeah, it's one of those things about the dreaded short term memory, Captain Spaulding. But who needs that? I mean, hey, I'll just watch the movie again. It's so crazy doing that though because like the plot will sound vaguely familiar. And you're just like, man, I think I've seen this movie before, and then you're just like, nah, I haven't seen it. So you'll start it, and then you'll catch like some part of it, and you're just like, dang, I have seen this before, but you don't remember anything other than like one or two parts. Funny, man. I really do need to see the new Black Mirrors. I've heard some really good things about some of the episodes. This dude's had like the worst couple of days ever. Bet you'll never go to the circus again. Spookies. Hey, we love spookies. It's a very confusing movie. Yeah, I really do need to watch those new Black Mirror episodes. I'm so behind on a lot of things, guys. Like it's sad how behind I am on some stuff. But I think it's because I really, really enjoy binging. Like when I'm in the mood for something, I like to really go all out. Papa El Diablo. And the game will start all over again. Yeah, I want to see the Ugly Stepsister movie too. Jeff said it was a pretty good watch. You watched the Twilight Zone one episode today with the leader that was too stubborn to leave his planet. Yeah, You love anthologies because your attention span sucks. I mean, Twilight Zone is definitely the greatest one of all time. Can't get enough of the Twilight Zone. Papa loves you. Papa will always love you. Man, that was some really grindhouse stuff right there. I liked it. I liked it. I like the real grimy grindhouse feel to this. So it's good to see that Billy has quite a very unique look and feel to his film. So that's pretty dope. Needless to say, I really enjoyed Circus of the Dead. So I definitely can see myself checking it out again. Like plenty of dung, plenty of gore. So I look forward to checking it out again and really seeing some of the intricacies of this film. Yeah, Tony. I also like the dung scene from Bruno where the camera goes inside. AB, you totally could have beat those clowns. I have no doubt about that at all. Well, guys. Speaking of which, hey, now that I think about it, we have one flick chosen for disgraceful double features tomorrow. So I'm gonna call on one person. So we have, let's see, we have Matt, we have AB. Well, AB picked one before, so we have Matt, we have Captain Spaulding. Wait, AB, did you pick recently for a disgraceful double features? I think you did, but correct me if I'm not mistaken. But I know so far Matt and Captain haven't picked one for this second rotation for disgraceful double features. So I wanted to ask before we leave, Matt or Captain Spaulding. Okay, so you did, AB. So either Matt or Captain Spaulding, would either of you fellas like to pick a film for tomorrow's disgraceful double features? I had one in mind that I may show if neither one of you guys would volunteer for it, or if you guys want to at least have an extra week or so to possibly think on what you may want to show. That's totally fine as well. I could get you guys for next week. So, which one would you, if either of you guys would like to select, feel free to volunteer. Or if you guys would like to just go ahead and be on the docket for next week, and I could pick for this one, we could do that as well. Or pick for the next showing, because I'm not exactly sure on when the next disgraceful double features will happen. But we could already have people in mind for it. But either one of you guys, if you're still available, feel free to, volunteer if you like. Or I could choose you guys for next week. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I think Bumper probably fell asleep on us, guys. I was like, Bumper disappeared for a minute. But Bumper's been working like crazy. He's going to hit up a lot of conventions for the next couple of weeks and months. So I'm not blaming him at all in regards to that. But yeah, guys, you're going to suggest The House That Dripped Blood on YouTube whenever you want to do it. We actually saw The House That Dripped Blood. Yeah, that was one of the ones we saw. I think the last one. So I think the other one that was going to be picked was, I can't remember the other one that you were thinking of doing. But yeah, we saw The House That Dripped Blood. Yeah. Yeah, we really enjoyed that one. That was a dope one. Great anthology. Yeah, that was a fun one. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Like, truly, truly appreciate these moments with the live watch parties. I can't believe we're already on like number 36. Man, time has really flown by. There's a sequel though, The House That Dripped Dongs all over your forehead. Well, Tony, I'm not sure if that's one of those special parodies, but needless to say, I'm pretty sure that's a pretty hit, a pretty good hit right there. Uh, okay, no worries, Matt. Well, what we'll probably do is we'll probably get you guys for the next one then, and give you guys some time. I was thinking about possibly doing well because we spoke about this film the other day and actually earlier today. I think we're going to go ahead and choose the film that I was going with, which is Brain Scan. I haven't seen Brain Scan in forever, and to pair that with Serial Mom would be pretty fun. That's some good 90s schlock there. So we'll go ahead and set tomorrow's disgraceful double feature for Serial Mom, picked by O Restless, and then we'll do Brain Scan. Or I think we'll probably start with Brain Scan and then end up with Serial Mom. It'll be one or the other. But I think we may start off with Serial Mom because that's a pretty fun one. Let's get our first venture into John Waters. Yes, AB. So we're going to get Brain Scan and Serial Mom. Yeah, so I am excited. Go get some Kathleen Turner, get some Matt Lillard. It's gonna be fun, guys. Yeah, it's like a horror comedy. Yeah, or comedy horror, I should say. It's more comedy than horror. Yeah, I think they'll get some good pairing together for sure. It's a good '90s fun. Hey, Bumper. Okay. I thought we lost you for a second, Bumper. So I'm glad you're here, man. All right, guys. But yeah, man, we're gonna have a good one, guys. We're definitely gonna have fun tomorrow for disgraceful double features. We're gonna do Brain Scan and Serial Mom. So be there or be square. Travelers, I am your travel guide, Brendon, with the Horror Greenbook, signing off and letting you know thank you so much for being here with me, and I really appreciate your support. Thank you so much. And remember, guys, it is scary in those streets. So remember to let me know that you made it home safely. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.